What is going on, everybody? This is Nick here at Y4Turbo, and I am an official Chicago resident. I am here in Chicago. This is the first video, and I just want to apologize real quick for, first of all, not posting videos for a couple days. I had no time to edit, and I didn't have internet. I could have gone to a cafe or something, but I didn't have any time to edit. I've just been going crazy, new job, new everything, so it's really intense. And yeah, so I'm finally here. I'm uploading videos. Second thing I want to apologize for is there's probably a little bit of an echo and a little bit of a low hum in this room. I have not had a chance to soundproof, but I just wanted to get a video up. I might put like music in the background or something that might make the overall sonic space a lot more crowded, so it doesn't seem just like noisy. Anyway, we are here with our Edmonton Oilers, the offensive dynamo, I didn't forget to say it, against our blue and orange counterparts, the New York Islanders, in the Stanley Cup Final. The Stanley Cup Final, check this out. So, a brief history of our playoff run so far. We went ahead and went against the San Jose Sharks, took them out in 5 games, no problem. They were a great team, but we ended up taking them out in 5. Then we went against a team that we thought for sure we were going to win against, and they took us to 7 here. The Minnesota Wild took us all the way to 7. We just could not score against them, even though they had people on the 4th line in the 70s, and they had those terrible goalies. Then we go against the Nashville Predators, the New York Predators, the Nashville Predators here, who had a similar goaltending, but it was just it was kind of lackluster compared to to the Wild and stuff. So now we're going to go up against New York here. They've only lost 1 game in the playoffs. So that is something we definitely have to take a look at. Just as a refresher course, we're going to go ahead and take a look at their lines just so we can kind of get prepared for what we have to face against them, because a lot of people are saying they've only lost 1 game. There's got to be a reason for that. Now, check this out. First line has 296s on it. We went against 196 in the last series in Ryan Johansson, and we shut him down. We did well. I mean, he had his moments, but there's 2 96 overall players on the first line here, a playmaker and a sniper. Then they have an 83. It drops off a little bit, but their second line is really good. Also really good. Third line, awesome. Fourth line, good. I mean, it's not a bad fourth line, with the exception of this guy. But I mean, he's decently fast. Like he's a fine fourth line or whatever. Defense, I think we're gonna have them covered. They've got these 3 guys right here who are good, all good top 4 guys. But it kind of looks a lot like everybody on our defense is kind of around this area, with the exception of like 1 guy in Clefbaum. So that's okay. And then as for goalies, they're just a little bit better than the last series. So I think we're going to be okay. If we can score some goals, it's not like they have, I don't think they have any injuries or anything like that. So this first line, we just got to shut down. So that is going to be McDavid's job. That's going to be Hall's job. We might not see Hall a lot. See this first line facing their first line. Like, I think overall we have more weapons because they have an 83. We have an 89 here. But they have 2 96s. I mean, yeah, we have a 94 and a 91. But, second line for us is better. I think our third line is pretty even with theirs. Maybe a little bit better. And our fourth line is definitely better, because we went out and got Wenberg, if you guys saw that episode. Defense here, I think everywhere we've got him covered. Clendening's all the way up at an 89, so he's going to be a game changer in this series. And the only thing I'm kind of worried about is just this first line not producing, so we're going to have to call on these bottom 3. And I know a lot of you guys were saying, you guys have brought up, like, don't have playmakers, don't have snipers and stuff, more offensive guys in the bottom 3. If you remember, early in this GM mode, I was saying we're going to model the team after like having a grind line. The bottom 6 is always going to be 2-way forwards, grinders, power forwards, like just stuff that, the power forwards are going to be the ones that can score, but everybody else is just basically going to be there for defense. And yeah, we won a cup with one of those, but the rest of the years it was kind of And this year I said we would, somebody suggested that we try 3 scoring lines and possibly 4. And we tried it. We're in the Stanley Cup final, so it's running like that. So don't get, too caught up in it. We're just trying it out for an experiment. We got all the way to the Stanley Cup final. It's working. So that's why you see playmakers down here with 2-way forwards. And that's why there's no grinders on the team. So there's still a lot of defensive awareness on our team. So hopefully we can keep the puck out of the net, especially if it is their first line. But let's get in there and actually let's make sure we've got the right goaltenders in the nets. We don't have anybody for morale, so we don't have to worry about. Why is morale down? We made it to the Stanley Cup final. What the heck? Not scratched. Mrazek is in the net, so hopefully he can hold it down and keep us to that consistent goals against. Let's go ahead and simulate the first game against the New York Islanders in New York. So they have the advantage there. So what do we got to do? Shut down that first line. We have to Clendening. Give Clendening the puck. Have him get some shots on net because he is money. First period. 2-1. Okay, I'll take it. Brock Nelson gets one against Mrazek. But Hall and Draisaitl, that first line gets one. That is very interesting. Because I was thinking our first line at least, was going to just have the job of shutting down their first line. Especially McDavid. But I guess, yeah, McDavid has kept off the score sheet. I'm sure he has an assist. At least one. So, build on what we did. Maybe stop one of these kind of goals. You know what I mean? But other than that, we're doing well. I like it. So, second period. Okay, we let some in. Nurse got one. So, we got our D going. But was that Andersley and Tavares breaks through. So, one of their first liners gets through as well. This is a tough one because we are going in the third period tied. That is never something I like doing, but they have a weaker goaltender. So I'm going to call on Mrazek to shut the door and call on maybe our third line to get one past old Gricey there. So let's just jump right into it. We are out shooting them 21-19. They go on a power play pretty quick within the first 5 minutes, but it is all for naught. And Eberle on the second line comes through. Nice. So I call it the third line. Second line comes through. That's not a big deal. At least we got one. Eberle, I like seeing him on the score sheet. It's also that second line, honestly. If our second line can break through, it's going to work, and we win the first game of the Stanley Cup Finals with Hall and then Islanders. It's all orange, so I think it's all us, but then nope, it's just Hall. So he had a really good game. 3 points in that game, a goal and 2 assists. Nice. I'm trying to keep kind of reserved. I know there's a little bit of an echo, but if we win the Stanley Cup, I'll be hooting and hollering. Okay, let's get to this next game. Yeah, I don't see why we need to do anything else. There's no player meetings. Everybody is ready to go, so let's jump in. Go to goals here. So I think what we have to build off is not letting stuff in the second period, not letting stuff in the third period, which we did a good job of for the third period, but that second period was a very tough one on us where they ended up actually tying it up, actually taking the lead for a minute, and then Nurse ended up tying it up. So they're already out shooting us, so I'm just going to go ahead and simulate. So first period, okay, they get one. Brock Nelson again. He's having a great series. That is no good, though. We got to shut him down. What was he on, the second line, third line? Anyway, I'd like to see some second and third liners on our team. Little, I know Little's doing more assists and stuff like that. Maybe, I'll take Eberle. I'll take Patan. Patan's been kind of quiet. And then obviously Wenberg on the fourth line would be radical. So let's see if we can do it. Second period. We don't get any back. So we're going to the third period, 0-1. And they're out shooting us by 5. Not a huge deal. But we really need to get on the ball, or the puck rather, and get some shots on net. Keep it in their zone, and keep it away from that first line. Keep it away from Brock Nelson. Are you kidding me? All right, let's start this third period up. Real-time simulation, a little over a minute at a time. I don't know why they don't do a real minute. It's kind of like a minute. Now it's a minute now. It's kind of a minute and a couple seconds. Anyway, they're getting more shots than us, and we only have 7 minutes to break through at this point. Come on, guys, get one quick one. We're pulling our goalie. And they get an empty netter with 1 second left in the game. So they take the second game. They're not a bad team. They are not a bad team. Both goalies get honored with stars. Greiss had the shutout. So we knew they weren't a bad team. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we split the series with them when they are at home. So now we're going back to Edmonton. We have the advantage there. So I think we'll be able to do good back home in Alberta. Let's see if we can do it and jump right into it. I don't think we need to make any line changes. I think we are still a good team. And I think, especially being in Edmonton, we should be able to get the advantage right away and feed off of the crowd. First period in Edmonton in the Stanley Cup Finals. Whoa. Oh, that's not good. That is about the opposite of what I wanted. Man, that like blows the wind out of my sails. Shots are even. But Manberg breaks through there on the fourth line. But Prince, Ferrerio, and Ryan Strome all break through on Mrazek. So hopefully he's not too shaken. Hopefully the second period, the period of the long change, we can outwork them here at home. And we can take this game hopefully into the third tied, or better yet, with the lead. So let's go here with the second period. There we go. We tie it up. McDavid breaks through. They have, oh, look at that. Draisaitl as well. So the first line is netting some. And then Leddy breaks through for their defense. And Manberg gets a second goal. Wow, look at that. Awesome. So third period, let's go ahead and just simulate. I think we just got to stay the course. As long as we're getting 3 goals to their 1 goal, I'm fine with it. I would like to see a little more defensive stability, especially since, I mean, both teams are doing bad. But there's 22 and 21 shots respectively for each team, and there's already 4 goals aside. That's not very good defensively. So let's go ahead and get into the third period and shut her down, but also get that game winner. Maybe 2 goals just to give the dagger. They're on the power play. We got to kill it off here at home. They capitalize with a long one. It's a long one. And we actually get a shorty there. Rupert has had a great few games. And look at that, Patan. I called him out last game. He comes through this game. 1 minute left. Wow. The last like 3 minutes, it was filled right there. Wow. All right. So Nicholas Patan gets us through with the game winner. Rupert with a clutch goal to tie it up late in the third. Johnson had a hell of a game with 3 assists. Bracco actually had 2 assists. I thought for sure we were going to see the game winner up there, but they give it to Tyler Johnson because of 3 assists. All right. So we take the first game in Edmonton. Let's hope we can get the next one and put a chokehold on this series. I don't think we need to do much. I will go to edit lines. I know we turned the goalie rotation off, but I like to just check just for good karma. There we are. I think everything else looks good. Wenberg has dropped down to an 84. I think he was just boosted to an 85. You guys know more about that than I do, but you guys have just told me. People just go through the motions sometimes. That's just like, you know, like Hall right now. He's down to a 90. You know, we just won a game. For some reason, morale's going down. I don't really get it. They will definitely polish it a little bit, hopefully, in the next game. But we got to live with it. So, wait a minute. Let's look at the calendar here real quick. We should be up 2-1. So, first game, we won 4-3. Second game, we get shut out 2-0. And third game is a big game. 11 goals in the game. 6-5 there. All right. So we're going into game 4 with a chance to put a big stranglehold on the series. But New York has a chance to even the series. And that could add a lot of momentum to their game. So let's make sure to shut it down. We're still in Edmonton. We have the advantage on that point. We're at home. And we are wearing our, bluish, gold, orange, whatever. It's our orange. It's not theirs. There's a little lighter. If you look up there, theirs is a little bit lighter. So there is a difference there. But I always thought it was funny how similar. Actually, when I was little, I used to think the New York Islanders jerseys were like thirds of the Edmonton Oilers. Because obviously you knew Edmonton because of Gretzky. And then you knew... I mean, Islanders had really good stint in the 80s, but I wasn't alive in the 80s, so whatever. We're getting off on a tangent. First period. We're already shooting them. First period. 1-1. Okay, Taylor Hall gets one, even though he's a 90. And this Ferrario guy gets one as well. Look at where Taylor Hall's goal was. That must have been a nice pass from McDavid. So I think we are out shooting them by a lot. Oh, that's kind of lame. They only have 4 shots and they already have a goal. Could have been a really good goal, so that's not too big of a problem. But I'd like to see a little bit more on the defensive end, guys. I'd like to see it more around where they, if they outshoot us, but like we get a goal back, whatever. But it kind of hurts when they only get 4 shots on goal and one of them goes in. That's inexcusable, especially with the amount of good defensive awareness on this team. So no matter, we can't do anything about it. Let's go into the second period. All right, so they get 2 more and Bracco breaks through. So it is 3-2 going into the third period. Not a massive deal. Let's go ahead and get a quick one to ensure we stay in this game and keep competitive. But it is not the end of the world. Let's just try for the next goal. We don't have to go for 2. We're just going for 1 and preventing 1. All right. So everybody, Bracco's had a great series. Maybe another clutch one from Rupert. Henrique. You never know. All right, let's just jump into it. Third period, they start out right in the power play. Ryan Strome grabs one, of course. But we get a quick one. Sean Day, there we go. There we go, guys. All right, let's get another one. We got a couple quick goals in us. Both teams. Come on, let's just get a quick one before 5 minutes. Oh, once it goes 5 minutes, it's kind of scary. Come on. Our goalie is probably pulled. All right, so 4-3. We could not prevent that early goal against Ryan Strome with the game winner there. McDavid had 2 assists, and Draisaitl also had 2 assists. So at least we got a defenseman on the score sheet. Hopefully we can wake them up and get ready to go. I don't know what else we could really do. I don't think we have to shift around lines. If anything, maybe move Wenberg up. But I think for now we are good. We'll just see how this game goes, and then we'll play it from there. So let's just jump into it. First period, New York Islanders, DeCole and Richardson. So I've seen a lot of DeCole. He's very good. He's a good player. I get it. But we got to shut him down. We got to shut these guys down. We can't afford to lose this one. We cannot afford to lose this one. So second period, we just got to come back. We got to go all our offensive might. I don't care if they get 1, but let's get like 3 or 4. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We've got the offensive mindset. Second period, we just couldn't do it. We couldn't break through. Grice is going to have a good game. We only have 12 shots, though, so it's not like we're testing him. We're not really testing him. Unless there's 12 really good scoring chances, and I don't know if that's really possible with how our team has been doing. So we would have gotten 1 through. He's only 84 overall. All right, let's just start the third period. I don't know what else to say. Maybe if this game doesn't go too well, we'll shift the lines around. But right now we can't do anything. Oh my gosh. Oh, they get another one. Come on, guys. Get one back. Get one quick. Come on. We can't just throw this game away. I think our guys they just lose the morale. They just lose it when they start going down, especially when a goal gets scored. Grice with a shutout. Second shutout of the series. DeCole has been playing unreal lately. All right. Simulate up. So, I got to hold the team meeting, but as you guys can see, we are down 3-2. They can take it tonight, or we can force a game 7, which would be incredibly exciting. So let's try to do that. I'm trying to stay calm. This whole episode, wow, why did that force everybody down? I'm trying to stay calm, trying to stay collected, just trying to win the series. I don't know, like, can we do any changes really? Like, I think we've kind of gotten, maybe move Bracco down. Bracco's got a hell of a shot though. For what he is. Yeah, he's got a really good shot. Wenberg shot isn't as good. He's got defensive awareness though, but who would we put in his spot? Maybe Dano. Dano in the center with 75 face-offs. Yeah, Manberg could possibly do it. All three of these guys could. So maybe, what's Bracco? Third line. And then Manberg is also a third liner. Do we do that? Do we risk it? Do you risk it and then put, you know what? I think we do. I think we should risk it. I don't think it's a major, it's not putting McDavid on the third line, you know, and Bracco will still be able to get that. Actually, Dano is, oh, he's also a center. So there's two centers down here. Bracco's really fast. So he could potentially just get this fourth line going. And then Wenberg up here could really shut it down on the third line. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be okay. And then if we force a game 7, maybe Wenberg will be happier with his ice time. All right. That's the only change I'm going to make. We're going to go into this game with a full head of steam. Let's go ahead. We're at home. There's nothing to worry about. It's just another game. We just got to win this game. Then we go to a game 7. Just another game. Let's stay calm. First period. 1-1. Okay, Henry coming up. So we have awoken that dark horse. Nelson, we got to keep him off the score sheet. It is unreal how good this guy is playing in the way of goals, clutch goals. All right, so we only have 6 shots on net. They have 11. It's not a huge difference, but we can't let it get away from us. We just can't. Second period, 2-2. McDavid and DeCole, the two big guns. All right, we're going into this third period. It is do or die time. We have kind of caught up in shots, and McDavid is on the board. First period, we had Henrique on the board. So we got two very clutch performers on the board, but they also have two very clutch performers on the board. So this could be the last period, or we could force the game 7. How cool of a story would that be? Let's go. Starting the third period. Let's hope we force that game 7. Let's get a quick one and have some breathing room. We have overtaken them in shots. They've caught back up and overtaken us. Come on, we're on the power play. No excuse. It's oh, that could go down in infamy. That power play. There we go. Henrique with the clutch. Oh my God. Oh my God. The clutch goal from Henrique. Henrique, you absolute badass. Oh my God. 2 goals. 2 goals against for Mrazek and a goal for McDavid. Henrique, you badass. That is awesome. All right. What is more exciting than this? A game 7. I'm going to hold that team meeting. Actually, last time it made them go down. But we did win. Win or lose. Been an incredible season. Good job, everybody. Why is it making everybody go down? That's so annoying. All right. So Wenberg had some inputs on that third line. I mean, Henrique did get a goal. So I'm going to say it was a good job. Guys, it's game 7 in New York. The whole hockey world is watching. The Edmonton Oilers are back at it again with a chance to win the Stanley Cup for the second time in 3 years. Once they did take it, can they take it again? Let's go for it, guys. Let's go for it. All right. I just did my whole little monologue, so I don't think I have to say anything else. First period. Oh, man. This is intense. First period, 0-0. Shots are 9-10. Basically tied up. Even in scoring opportunities, I'm guessing. All right. Second, get a goal, guys. Get a goal, but shut it down. Second period. Oh, my God. This is insane. Oh, my. I don't even know what to say. I can't even talk right now. 0-0 going into the third, basically overtime. 18-21 are the shots in favor of New York. We are in New York. We have a chance to take the cup on their home ice. If we get a quick one, it could be over. We could kill their morale. We could take away our second cup in 3 years. All right, let's go. Let's do it. We're immediately on a power play, and they get a shorthanded goal. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're on the power play. Let's get a shorty back. Ah, come on, guys. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, no. 6 minutes left. Guys, come on. Pull the goalie. Pull the goalie. Oh, no. A 1-goal game for the Stanley Cup goes to the New York Islanders. Oh no, so close. So close. Both goalies gets honored, and the game winner goes to Pelech. Oh my God. What a heartbreaking loss in New York for the Edmonton Oilers. Let's go ahead and tell them it's all right, guys. Took true team effort to make it this far. Didn't quite have enough to go all the way. Next year, the cup will be ours. A bunch of people are kind of pissed at me for some reason. That's okay. All right, so I don't know really what else to say. It's, wow. What a heartbreaking loss. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats for the entire Stanley Cup playoffs. Points-wise, who did it for us? Draisaitl had an unbelievable playoffs with 21 points, 16 coming from assists. McDavid had it clutch when it counted. I wish he would have come through in that third period, but I'm sure he was trying his hardest. Definitely future captain material. Henrique, what can be said about this guy? Absolutely unreal year from him. Absolutely clutch when it counted. 2 goals, forcing a game 7 and game 6. Unreal. Hall, obviously our great goal scorer. A lot of assists though. McDavid honestly had a great amount of goals. I'm going to skip down here to Rupert, who came up huge. I kept seeing Rupert in the comments and everything like that. What a awesome year for him. Lindholm leading the pack right by Clendening with 9 points and 8 points respectively. And we go down the list. Wenberg actually had a really great playoffs with 7 points, all coming from assists. Day had 2 goals, 3 assists. Definitely a turnaround for him. And then we kind of jump down into the lessers. WiiU will probably trade just because he's not producing all. He's not really meant to produce, but you know. Other than that, I'm really proud of these guys. Let's go ahead and check out the goalies, and then we will call it a day. All right, so Mrazek played a majority of the games here. Great goals against average for the amount of shots he usually faced. Great save percentage as well. Totally consistent. We knew these numbers were basically guaranteed when we went ahead and picked him back up. I'm very proud of this guy. I would like to keep him maybe another year if Booth isn't ready. Booth ended up playing the 1 game, or I guess 2 games. Not too bad, but he's not ready for that starting role. Maybe next year, for sure next year, or the year after that. But yeah, cool. So, hey, make sure to let me know who we should do next for the GM mode. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that. It is a somber night here in Edmonton. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you dug it. And we'll see you next time out on